धर्म संस्थापक लोकानां हितकारिणां त्रिभुवने मन्नं शरणाकर धर्म संस्थापक लोकानां हितकारिणां त्रिभुवने मन्नं शरणाकर श्री चैतन्य कृपा बरौ लोकानां हितकारिणां त्रिभुवने मन्नं शरणाकर विचारणैकनिपुणं तद्धर्म संस्थापक लोकानां हितकारिणां त्रिभुवने मन्नं शरणाकर राधा कृष्ण राधा कृष्ण पदारविन्दौ भजनामृतौ राधा कृष्ण पदारविन्दौ भजना नंदेन मत्तालिकर वंदे रूप सनातनं रघुजुगौ श्री कृष्ण कीर्तन गान नर्तन परौ प्रेम मनिधि वीर वीर जनप्रिय श्री चैतन्य कृपा भरौ वंदे रूप सनातनं रघुजुगौ Sudusure Sudusure Sudaraj Lakin Dharmisha Ajavadasa Jadagada Ranna Mandalasani Sada Tuchaba Utvadi Nagane Chato Karunaya Mandalapati Sanim Sada Tuchaba Utvadi Nagane Chato Karunaya Kopina Kanthasita Gopi Bhavara Samrita Dalahari Gopi Bhavara Samrita Dalahari Kallo Lamagnam Maha Bande Rupa Sanatana Ragajugav Sriji Bhago Malaka Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Uttam Sabridhari Acharya Sukare Krishna Bhakti Saraswati Swami Jaya Nanda Gauri Vaishnava Ki Jaya Ramacharya Sri Haridas Thakur Ki Jaya Names of the whole Sri Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Oh Gopinath Sam Kanda Radha Kanda Giri Ki Jaya Vrindavan Dham Ki Jaya Navadvip Dham
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, you're welcome to our platform.
Hare Krishna.
Dadavana Pranam Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. So we can start?
Yes, Maharaj, please.
Pranam.
Start Maharaj, please.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna to all devotees who have joined today in our Bhagavatam class. Because I am speaking from ISKCON Vrindavan, but now I am in Jaipur also, just have reached. So I want to offer my obeisances from my heart at the lotus feet of our worshipable deity in Sri Krishna Balaram Mandir Vrindavan, Sri Krishna Balaram, Sri Radha Sam Sundar Lalita Vishakha, Sri Nitai Gaur Sundar and Srila Prabhupada. And also I want to offer my obeisances at the feet of Sri Radha Govind Dev Ji in Jaipur and Sri Radha Gopinath also. And I pray to have their mercy by which I can explain something from Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. And I also pray to their Lordship, Sri Radha Govinda Dev Ji in Jaipur and Radha Gopinath and all other Goswami deities to extend their mercy and line to all of you there in Africa. Hare Krishna. Sound is okay? You are hearing properly?
Maharaj, yes, sound is okay, Maharaj.
Okay. So, okay, we can start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Naruttamam Devim Saraswatim. हरे कृष्ण, मैं अभी क्लास में हूँ, 1 घंटे की बात कर। Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 5, Text 31. Okay. If you can display, otherwise you can read from the books. Text 31. Yene vaham bhagavato vasudevasya vedhasaha maya anubhavam avidam jena gachanti tatham. Yene vaham bhagavato vasudevasya vedhasaha mayanubhavam avidam yena gachanti tatpadam. Yene vaham bhagavato vasudevasya vedhasaha mayanubhavam avidam yena gachanti tatpadam. Synonyms. Yena, by which, eva, certainly, aham, I, Bhagavataha, of the personality of Godhead, Vasudevasya, of Lord Sri Krishna, Vedhasaha, of the Supreme Creator, Maya, energy, and Anubhavam, influence, Avidam, easily understood, Jena, by which, Gachanti, they go, Tat Padam, at the lotus feet of the Lord. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. By that confidential knowledge, I could understand clearly the influence of the energy of Lord Sri Krishna, the creator, maintainer, and annihilator of everything. By knowing that, one can return to him and personally meet him. Purport. By devotional service or by the most confidential knowledge, one can understand very easily how the different energies of the Lord are working. One part of energy is manifesting the material world, the other superior part of his energy is manifesting the spiritual world, and the Bhaya medium energy is manifesting the living entities who are serving either of the above mentioned energies. The living entities serving material energy are struggling hard for existence and happiness, which is presented to them as illusion. But those in the spiritual energy are placed under the direct service of the Lord in eternal life, complete knowledge and perpetual bliss. The Lord desires, as He has directly said in the Bhagavad Gita, that all conditioned souls rotting in the kingdom of material energy come back to Him by giving up all engagements in the material world. This is the most confidential part of knowledge. But this can be understood only by the pure devotees, and only such devotees enter the kingdom of God to see Him personally and serve Him personally. The concrete example is Narada himself, who attained this stage of eternal knowledge and eternal bliss. And the ways and means are open to all, provided one agrees to follow in the footsteps of Sri Narada Muni. According to Shruti, the Supreme Lord has unlimited energies without effort by him. And these are described under three principal headings as above mentioned. Om Ajnanam Yandhasya Jnanam Janasalakaya Chakhurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manohishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Swapadantikam Bande Aham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaganam Raghunatham Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savdhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Nitamsha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshakarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So here, Narada Muni is explaining his own biography to his student, his disciple, Sri Vyasadeva, that how he could achieve and he could be in the post of Narada. He was a son of maid servant in his previous life, and how directly he get promoted from that stage. Okay. Now it's okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. So Narada Muni ji explaining how he directly promoted from a son of a maid servant to the son of Brahma and engaged directly under the service of Supreme Lord as his mind and as Narada Muni, Devarsi Narada. Such a highly exalted post. There is no other post like Narada. There is only one post, and Narada is the only one person who is serving in that post. So here Narada is saying, Yene Vaham Bhagavato Vasudevasya Vedasa. By that confidential knowledge, I could understand clearly
I think Maharaj network is not very strong, so we should be patient with Maharaj.
This is poor network from your side or from my side?
Network is from your side, Maharaj. That is why it's going off.
Okay, okay, let me change the network. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj, we can hear you, Maharaj.
Okay, so let us see. I changed the network from that to another net. Okay, so Narad is telling, just by hearing the confidential knowledge, he could understand about the different energies of the Lord. So we know about the confidential knowledge that Supreme Lord Krishna also has spoken to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. Guhya Gyan, confidential knowledge, and then more confidential knowledge, Guhyattara Gyan, and the most confidential knowledge, Guhyattam Gyan. So, by that confidential knowledge, so actually, only Gyan means to know something around us. Actually, Prabhupada used to say, knowledge means to know the difference between spirit and matter. To know the difference between spirit and matter, that is knowledge. But that knowledge is not imparted anywhere in any institution around the world nowadays. You can get through Vedic knowledge only, something about the soul. So then, if this is knowledge, then what is the confidential knowledge? Confidential knowledge means if into this spirit and matter, if some bhakti is added, then it will become confidential knowledge. Bhakti means if we can understand what is our relation and try to get out from this material entanglement, that is called confidential knowledge. And then more confidential knowledge is Bhakti Misra Gyan. Bhakti Misra Gyan. In this Gyan, if Bhakti is added, this is more confidential knowledge. No, that is confidential knowledge, Bhakti Misra Gyan. And the most, the more confidential knowledge is Gyan Misra Bhakti. Is Bhakti included in some Gyan? Bhakti is main, but Gyan is not primary. That is Bhakti Misra Gyan. The confidential knowledge is Gyan Misra Bhakti. And here is Bhakti Misra Gyan. No, Bhakti Misra Gyan is more confidential, and more confidential is Gyan Misra Bhakti. The difference is that in Bhakti Misra Gyan, Gyan is primary and Bhakti is secondary. And in the Gyan Misra Bhakti, Bhakti is primary, Gyan is secondary. And what is the most confidential knowledge? That is pure devotee, pure devotional knowledge. Kevala Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti. That is most confidential knowledge. When Krishna told Arjuna, Sarva Guhya Tamang Huya Srunume Paramang Bacha, Arjun, now I want to tell you the supermost confidential knowledge. Please listen carefully. So then what he spoke? he spoke Manmana Bhava, Mad Bhakta Bhava, Madhyaji Mad Namaskuru, something. So we can understand that the most confidential knowledge is nothing but devotional service. It's nothing but devotional service directly to the Supreme Lord Krishna. So here Narad Muni is telling, so by that confidential knowledge, that means these Vedantis, that Brahmanas, they have definitely described the qualities and the opulence and the relationship with others of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Surely. Otherwise, you can see Narad Muni was a small boy, a 5-year-old boy. If that Vedantis, he took association of these people, the Vedantis, if they would have impersonalist, they will do dhyana, jnana or some other pantha. Just sitting down, doing dhyana, close their eyes, close everything, sit down nicely, straightforward and speaking nothing, no disturbance, like that. Then Narad will also sleep. He is a 5-year-old boy. He will not take interest. Nobody will take interest in that kind of job. But Naradi, within 4 months, he became so inspired. He was taking so much interest. Why? Because that was definitely not the Jnana Marga or Dhyana Marga. Definitely Bhakti Marga. Bhakti Marga, what is the process? That you have to, morning, you have to get up, do Mangalarti, chanting and dancing, and then Rajbhogarti, nice bhoga offering, nice prasad. And in the meantime, you have your Bhagavatam class. So all this Sravanam, Kirtanam, Prasadam, chanting, dancing and feasting, hearing, everything is there in Bhagavad Bhakti only. If you serve to Lord directly to his deities in his personal form and serve like we are serving to a person, dressing him, giving him bath, giving him prasad, juice, tuti, everything. So that anybody can part in it. Anybody will see him such a nice, wonderful, such a decorated, gorgeously decorated deity, and how their glories listen in Bhagavatam, wonderful pastimes, and their wonderful kirtan, and their wonderful prasad. Who will not take interest? So, Narad Muni, though he was a small boy, he was very much interested and seeing and hearing and taking prasad and all that. So, definitely these Vedantists were pure devotees. And Narad Muni heard continuously from them. They were discussing Bhagavatam in their Bhagavatam class about the energies of the Lord. So he's saying, by that confidential knowledge, by hearing that class, Narad is saying, I could understand clearly the influence of the energy of Lord Sri Krishna. Definitely, he was hearing about Sri Krishna. They were discussing Sri Krishna. And Krishna is great, and how great he is. How his energies are working. Prabhupada is mentioning in his purport that primarily 3 energies are there. Though unlimited energies of Lord, but primarily 3. One is Antaranga Sakti, one is Bahiranga Sakti, one is middle, Tatastha Sakti. External energy, internal energy, and in the middle, we are Jiva or Tatastha Sakti, marginal energy. So, how all the energies are there in the Lord, he is energetic, and how his energies are working His internal energy is the cause of the whole spiritual world. His external energy is the cause of the whole material world, unlimited material world. And the medium energy, this marginal energy, this Tatatsa Sakti in between, we, all Jiva souls are of that marginal energy. And all of us, internal, external, or marginal, belongs to Krishna only. So, being marginal energy, all Jiva soul should serve to Krishna. All the energies are serving to energetic only. But we are superior. We are superior energy. And Krishna is telling us what is our duty. Very clearly, in most confidential knowledge, Krishna told, Manmana bhava, mad bhakta bhava, madhyaji mat namaskru. These four things. Please engage your mind in me, and please engage in my devotion. Please worship me and offer obeisances to me. These three things, if somebody will do with devotion and love, then definitely Krishna is saying, Mame Vaishyasi Asansaya. We can go to Krishna in his planet, in his loka directly. We can see him in person and we can serve him directly, personally, and we'll enjoy supreme bliss, permanent, eternal supreme bliss. That's what Narad Muni is telling. So that can be possible only when you understand about the energies of the Lord Sri Krishna. How Krishna is maintaining the material world, maintaining the marginal energies, the jivas, and the spiritual world also. What relation we have with him, all these things. So this knowledge, this most confidential knowledge which is about devotional service, directly devotional service of Lord, this subject is only can be understood by the devotees, by no other person. So first of all, anybody want to know, then he has to become a devotee. Yes. Bhaktyamam abhijanati javan jastasmi tatpataha. Krishna is telling again, tato mang tattvatu gyatva visati tadanantaram. If somebody wants to know about me, come to me, see me, and come to my planet, then the process is only bhaktya, no other means. So definitely we can understand that Naraji, being a small child, 5 years old boy, definitely he was taking part and hearing about bhakti, and he was taking interest in this bhakti. So one thing we can understand now, that bhakti is so powerful. You can imagine in 5-year age, can any of us can do practice dhyana, jnana, or karma, anything can do? In 5 years, they were not entered into school even, not even have learned ABCD. What you know about jnana, dhyana, karma, forget nothing. Asana, pranayama, nothing is possible in this small age. In this young age, nothing is possible. But the process of bhakti is so powerful, so supremely energetic, so powerful that it does not care about your age, about your quality, about your qualification, position, nothing. It can help you, it can attract you in any phase of your life, in any stage of your life. That's why it's ahetuki and apratihata. So the other processes will not be so practical in this young age, but the bhakti process is practical. We can see Naraji, Prahlad, Dhruv, many other staunch devotees, very elevated devotees. They have started devotional service at the age of 5. And what to speak about, Prahlad Maharaj also told us that this bhakti, this dharma, can be started. Kumara acharita pragyo dharma bhagavatami. This dharma should be practiced at the age of 5. So no other dharma can be possible. We can practice. No, but only this bhakti can be done. So definitely Narad Muni was performing pure devotional service among the pure devotees of these Vedantis. And it was so effective. This practical devotional service, if you practice, so effective that it can change behavior, it can change your thinking, it can change your everything. You will be totally changed. And the bright example, Prabhupada is telling, the concrete example is Narad Muni himself, because Narad is telling to Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva is looking at Naraji. Narad is saying, you see me, I was a 5-year-old boy, I maid servant, totally illiterate. But now I become so. And now we don't have Naraji, so how we can understand what is the concrete example for us? For us, the concrete example is ISKCON movement, this International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Just see, Swami Prabhupada, he started this movement in USA, in New York City, in 1966. In 1966, he registered. At that time, a handful, few number, maybe 10, 15 devotees were there. Taking them, he started the movement. And he went to the abode of Lord Nitya Lila in 1977. 66 he started, 77 he left. So hardly 11 years. Within this 11 years, within the whole world, many people who changed their whole thinking, living, eating, dressing, everything, their habits totally changed around the world. And these people, they don't know ABC of Krishna consciousness, nothing, no Vedic knowledge, no nothing. And they just totally radical change. So this possible only by this supremely powerful process, bhakti. This devotional service so powerful. If somebody seriously take into it, join this, practice this devotional service, there's no doubt that he will change very soon. Very soon he will change. Drastical change you can see. Everything. His talking, his feeling, his thinking, everything will change. And Naraji is telling directly, giving his example that, oh Vyasadeva, I could understand clearly the influence of energy as he is the creator, maintainer, and knowing that, by knowing that, if anybody knows that, then he will return back to him and see him personally. You can see the Supreme Person personally just by knowing him. If you know him, then you're definitely ready to serve him, to keep a relation with him, isn't it? If you see a very influential person, very important person, and a nice person, then you want to take a snap with him, you want to take his number, contact him, draw his attention, and then you will become so happy that I have a relation with such a so-and-so VIP. So who can be more VIP than the Supreme Personality of Godhead? So he is open to everybody. He is telling, I am open, anybody can take my contact and contact me. I am ready. He is available. So what is the process? The process is the pure devotional service. Man mana bhava, mad bhakta bhava, mad yaji, mad namaskuru. You have to practice these 4 things. Engage our mind. Maya sakta mana partha yoga junjan madasraya. You have to practice this yoga, bhakti yoga. How? Not taking shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna and engaging your mind in Krishna. Mai asakta manaha. How the mind will be attracted, attached to Krishna? Unless we know about the superhuman activities, about the wonderful pastimes of Krishna, then our mind will not be attached. If we know some person, some wonderful qualities, some wonderful, some dynamic works is doing, so then we will think of him, our mind will be attached. If somebody is so beautiful, so qualified, so trendy, and so all these opulences. So Krishna having all the opulences unlimitedly with him. So if somebody knows Krishna fully with his energies, with his opulences, with his pastimes, then no way that our mind will divert from here and there. We will definitely try to think of Krishna and our mind will be engaged. So now our duty, because we have very poor fund of knowledge about Krishna. We don't know about Krishna. We know much about this material energy and about our senses and how to engage, gratify our senses, how to draw some little pleasure out of this sense enjoyment. We know about these things only. We have no knowledge about the spiritual things. We have no knowledge about Sri Krishna, about spiritual planet, nothing, very poor knowledge. So how to know is hearing. So Narad Muni is telling, this is the most powerful process to know about the Supreme Person, that is to hear. Hearing process, but hear from whom? You have to hear from the pure devotees. That Narad Muni got this chance, the 4 months of association of these Vedantis, these Brahmanas, those who are elevated devotees of Krishna, and what they were doing in these 4 months, Narad Muni took chance, he was with him, and within 4 months, he was so much changed within 4 months only. And after 4 months, he got the mantra. And he was chanting. Narad Muni had only his one mother, widow mother, none else in his house. And she left his body. But even she left his body, Narad Muni was not bewildered, because he knows about Krishna, how Krishna is so merciful, how Krishna is so caretaking, so caring. So by that, even in the age of 5, he lost his only mother, who was the only maintainer of him. But he was not so much grief-stricken, because he was known about the qualities of Krishna. That if Krishna is there, then millions of mothers' care can be taken by him. Millions of mothers. Yes, when Dhruva Maharaj was going to the forest, he was also 5 years old. His mother, Suniti, when I was asking my dear mother, I am going to forest, so who will help me in eating and sleeping? And then Suniti used to say, my dear Dhruva, you are going losing one mother, but you are going to Krishna. He is more caring than millions and millions of mothers. So why you are worrying? So we don't know about this such a caring nature of Krishna, such a helping nature of Krishna, that kind of power of Krishna. Krishna all permission, in any place, in any condition, in any situation, Krishna is there to help you immediately. Krishna is everywhere. Just we have to get ourselves ready to receive his help, and get glorified. So that is our problem only. But from Krishna's side, he is fully open. So if somebody knows that just by doing devotional service to Krishna, and just by engaged in chanting and thinking of Krishna, And just by serving him, offering obeisances, and glorifying Krishna, we can achieve anything and everything, materially or spiritually, socially, everything, any kind of things we can get. If somebody knows it perfectly, then he will never ever be bewildered and he will be fixed. That's it. He will do it. You know, if just a crude example I am giving. If you know, if you are feeling hungry, and you don't know that how to quench hunger, we have no knowledge that we have to eat. Prasadam may be there, some foods items are there, but we don't know that we have to eat that. We don't have that knowledge. See, if somebody tell that, if you understand that by eating only our hungry will go away, so then that's it. If it is the food is available, then you can eat it. If there is not available, that is another thing. But it is available, then we'll just take that. So similarly, Krishna is available everywhere. No time, no place, no circumstances problem for him. He is beyond all these things. Everywhere, anytime, any place, in any situation, any circumstances, Krishna is available. So we have to take the benefit of Krishna consciousness. Then definitely we will be engaged in his service, thinking of him in whatever manner we are. Naraji, when he was a maid servant son, he was a small boy, he was nothing when his mother left. So he was just going towards north and just wandering throughout his life, begging and eating. And because he got this understanding of Krishna, he got the knowledge of Krishna, he was blissful, he was properly maintained. Nothing was sought for him. He was getting everything, his food, his he was there till his end of life. He was blissfully remembering and chanting about Krishna, and he was maintaining his bhakti throughout the life. And at the end, he directly promoted. He left this body, directly went to Krishna Loka, and directly became son of Brahma and became Narad. So this is the process. The devotional service is the supremely powerful process by which anyone can follow the path like Narad Muni followed, did, and they can get this kind of position also. They can go enter to Krishna's lok, Krishna's planet. By knowing that, one can return to him and personally meet him. So this can be done. So that is depend upon, is then the question will raise, then why all of us, why if we are knowing this, reading from how, then we should do that. Yes, we are reading, but we don't have that much faith like Naradaji had. Narada at the age of 5, he got this message at the age of 5, he was so convinced. He was so convinced that even his father left, his mother left her body, and he was not worried. And he was so much convinced on the presence of the Lord and the caring nature of the Lord. And he said, no, he will take care of me. He will take care of me. He was so convinced. But we don't have that much hope, that much convinced and convincing knowledge with us. We are becoming hopeless. We are doing some job. If somehow or other we lose the job, we are crying, we become hopeless. We are staying somewhere, somebody is maintaining us, giving food and all shelter and everything. If somehow or other we lose that, we will become hopeless, started crying now, what to do? Because we don't have proper knowledge, understanding and faith in Krishna. That's why Krishna is taking care. He is the real maintainer of the whole universe. Any kind of entity, Krishna is maintaining. We are thinking falsely that I am maintaining, I am doing this. This is all our false thinking. But in reality, Krishna is the maintainer. Not only maintainer, he is creator, he is maintainer, he is annihilator, he is everything. Everything is done by him. So, but we don't have that much concrete conviction. We don't have that much conviction and that much faith. So slowly, slowly, we have to gain that faith and that kind of conviction by reading and chanting, because so much external garbage inside our mind and inside our heart, we have to clean that. We have to make it clean. Then we can see that how Krishna is also within us. And he is helping us in every second, in every bit of our life, in every step of our life. We are getting help from Krishna, but we are not realizing this fact. We are not realizing it. Krishna is helping always to us, but he's not come in front and telling, hey, I am giving you, hey, I am doing that for you. No, he's not telling like that. He is such a dear father that he never demands his respect. But it is our duty. We should know and we should do that. The whole creation, the whole universe, everybody is maintained by him. So we should understand this and we should have full faith on him. And somebody may argue, how Naraji, who has not seen him, how come he understood? So that can be possible by hearing only. If you hear properly, then you can get that conviction. Whatever in this material world we believe, we accept. How? By hearing only. By hearing only, we accept the world what it is now. So just by hearing also, we can understand and accept about Krishna also. But we are hearing much about material things, not hearing much about Krishna. That is the problem. If we hear sufficiently from Bhagavatam about the wonderful pastimes and of Krishna, activities of Krishna, then slowly, slowly our garbages, whatever they are, unlimited births we have accumulated, so many not required, these garbage things. So that we have to take out and clean it. And then we will fill our heart and mind with Krishna's qualities and Krishna's names and Krishna's pastimes. Then we will have full faith and conviction about Krishna is there and he is our helper, he is our caretaker. Not only he is doing, he is helping us in every moment, he is taking care of us every moment. He will eternally, perpetually he is. And we are perpetually related with him and he is related with us. Krishna belongs to us, we belong to Krishna. If we have this conviction, this faith, 100%, as much conviction we get, the degree of faith, degree of conviction, the more you get, the more you become fearless, the more you become confirmed and doubt-free. You don't have any doubt, you don't have any fear. 100%. Exactly we are doing in material world. We know something that, oh, hey, this is there, so I have money with me, I can purchase that. I want that, I have money, so much lot of money I can do. So why? Because we know that can be purchased and I have lot of money with me. We are convinced. So similarly, we should have that much convincing faith that we know Krishna is so caring and Krishna is there, he is there always, and he will definitely help us and we will achieve all these things. So that degree of faith will come only by proper hearing and association of devotees. That's what Naraji got from these Vedantis. He hear from them pure description of Krishna's pastimes and activities, and he was taking prasadam with them, and performing the devotional service, what these Vedantis were doing, he was performing same, practicing the same devotional service with them. So by doing that kind of pure devotional service, his heart and mind and behavior and attitude got totally changed. In this short duration of time, only in these 4 months, he got totally changed, everything. Even if so much so, he was convinced and he was so much realized that even his mother left her body and he was not that much worried. So that is the power of hearing about Krishna. That is the power of association of devotees. Only devotional service is so powerful that can help you in that young age also. So no matter whatever situation we are, no matter whatever age we are, no matter we are educated or not, that doesn't matter. We are rich or poor, doesn't matter anything. Only which matters is that we should have a association of a very proper dear devotee of Krishna. We should have his association and should hear properly, attentively, positively, and accept it. That's it. That's it. That can change anything and everything. So Naraji is giving this knowledge, he is giving this message to information to Vyasadeva, that how he himself got changed by the 4 months association of these Vedantis, and how he became Naraji from a son of a maid servant, how he became Naraji in the next birth. Only by practicing, because in 5-year age, only for after 4 months, these devotees, they left. Naraji was alone. He was totally alone. His mother also left. He left his village, he left his house, he left his work, he left his everywhere place. And what he was doing, he doesn't know what to do. He described all these things, but somehow or other, he was so much thinking about Krishna and chanting about Krishna. He was so much faith of Krishna that Krishna, one time he just came in his dream. Krishna came and showed himself, don't worry, my boy, I am there. Just go ahead. Don't worry. And that's it. In his lifetime, only once, for a second, he got a glimpse of Krishna. And because he had so much of faith and conviction, that glimpse of that dream about Krishna, he got fully convinced and confirmation. Without any fear, he moved throughout wherever he can go, and he was getting properly maintained. Everything he was getting what he needed. Everything he was getting, and was waiting for the time for death. Till death, he was just chanting and remembering Lord and waiting for his mercy. And in due time, he left his body and became Narad. So Naraji is telling that is not happening to me, that can happen to anybody. Everybody can get this. Everybody can become like this. But the process is they have to get proper association and they have to hear properly. That is the process. He is telling this knowledge, hearing about Krishna's activities, Krishna's pastime. This is called confidential knowledge. The information about devotional service, direct devotional service of Sri Krishna, this is the most confidential part of knowledge. Most confidential part of knowledge. So I was telling in the other day that knowing about the soul, matters are everybody knowing. In this material world, everybody is getting PhD and degree, knowing some matter, knowledge about matter. But when we start knowing about the spirit we have, the spirit soul we have. So then that knowledge, and you will know more about this soul, that is more confidential knowledge. And some people, they know and they will understand, okay, this spirit is deathless, birthless, and nothing can changeless. So when the body dies, the spirit goes become somewhere. Then they don't have any information. They don't have any knowledge. They don't know. So that is the most confidential part of knowledge. What is happening when the body dies? What happened to soul? Many of us, many people, they don't believe the rebirth even. Even if birth, the karma will finish. If in this birth, if you engage in devotional service, chanting and hearing Krishna, then your karma will finish. You will not come back to this material world. If you go, if you liberate yourself, after liberation, they are saying this, we will have merged to somewhere, then no work, no tension. That they does not know that the soul is so much active. This body is matter, lump of matter. It's not active. Soul is active. They make us body active. So if the soul is active, soul is eternal, so it's eternally active. It's eternally active. So even after liberation, the soul is still active. And what activity soul is doing after liberation? That is the most confidential part of knowledge. That is the most part of super confidence, most confidential part of knowledge. What? Now, what is the activities of the soul after liberation in spiritual world? That is direct service of person, supreme person. That's knowledge. You can return to him and personally meet him and serve him. That's it. That is the supreme, most confidential part of knowledge that he understood. Then he convinced him, forget it. This body is going to finish. This body is going to die anyway. But me, I am connected with Krishna and always connected, and I have engaged in this kind of service. Try to practice this kind of service. If you get practice that service, then time will come immediately. We'll get the chance to do it. We'll get the chance to do it. If you practice playing football for a long time, then you'll get the chance for the tournament to join to the match. Similarly, if we practice serving Krishna throughout our lifetime, then definitely Krishna will allow us, give us a chance to serve him directly in his planet. We should do that. The most confidential part of life. That is our only service. Otherwise, rest everything, this nature is taking care. Nature is taking care of everything in this material nature, in this material world. We don't have to worry that much for this. Only our concern should be, only our duty should be how to engage in the service of the Supreme Lord under the guidance of a devotee of a Lord. That should be our job. If we start practicing this job, then we should be convinced that definitely after leaving this body, we will be engaged in such kind of job. Jam jam bhapiswaran bhavang tajanti ante kalevram tantang eviti konteya sada tad bhav. So whatever spirit, whatever think, whatever consciousness we have at the time of death, we will going to achieve that. So jam jam smaran muktva kalevram yo mameva. If somebody think of Krishna, then we will attend to Krishna. So we should practice our whole life that thinking of Krishna, how to serve Krishna, how to relate ourselves to Krishna. We should practice. This human body is only meant for this kind of practice. We have to practice all possible way to engage our mind, our thinking, our activities, our senses in the service of Krishna. And how to do it? It should not be in a speculative way. It should be properly under the guidance of a devotee. Devotees, they will tell us, no, do like that, do like that, do like that, then we should do that. Then surely Naraji got changed in 4 months. So we are not that elevated like Naraji, but at least we can take some degree, but it will change. Definitely it will work. Time may differ, it will work. So similarly, this statement of Naraji, that Jena Gachanti Tat Padam. Tat Padam means the supreme planet of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So anybody, Gachan, they can able to go to that planet and see him and serve him if they will know about him and practice about him. So that is the statement of Naraji. He is speaking there to such a highly elevated personality, Vyasadeva. That is direct example of him only. That I have done like this and I have achieved like this. So anybody can do this. Very convincing example Naraji is giving. So finally, it's take-home message for all of us that as much as possible, we should hear attentively from devotees of the Lord and try to practice according to their instruction. Hare Krishna. Is there any doubts or any question? Your time is getting over.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. So we request if any devotee have a question, please you can do by raising your hand or indicating by raising your hand. Then we can call you one by one. So. Do you have any question for Maharaj?
Yes.
No, I'm asking if devotees have any question for you, Maharaj.
I don't know this.
Maharaj, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, because of your lecture, you mentioned about the energies of Krishna, the Tatastha Shakti, Ataranga Shakti, and Bahiranga Shakti.
Yes.
You mentioned that the living entity, we are in the Tatastha.
Yes.
And Tatastha means in the middle or in between.
Yes. Yeah.
So my question is, we have read from Bhagavad Gita that after attaining the supreme destination of Krishna, we will never come back here again. So,
yeah.
So the question is that we are Tatastha Shakti. We can either be here or there. So according to the scripture also say that we all fall down from the spiritual world. So now Bhagavad Gita say after attaining, we will now come back. So my question is that what is the assurance? Because we are Tatastha, we will always be either here or there. So my question is that what is the assurance that after attaining this high definition, highest consciousness, we will not come back?
Listen, Tatastha means you are not in this material position, you are higher, but not internal, in between. You understand? Internal and external, we are in between. From that between, now we come down to this material consciousness. So now we are suffering, always suffering and wanting to how to become happy. So once, if we get chance to go to that place, where then you will never ever come back here again, because you have got enough experience of these sufferings here. You'll never come back here. You know? If you get an electric shock, heavy shock, then if you see the electric wire from far, you will say, no, I know that. Oh, it is so dangerous. So like that. Now we have sufficient experience of this dangerous situation, dangerous position of this material world. So we'll never ever, if somebody says, you want to go? No, I don't want to go there. No, I know, I went there before. It's too much problem there. I don't want to go. Okay. So that's right. Yes.
Yeah, many a times this realization don't come easy, you know, that this place is suffering, because if not, many people will be desiring pure devotional service. And we can see, even Prabhupada mentioned that many of my disciples will not go back to the spiritual world, they will go to heavenly planets. So if this suffering is enough, then we will all be desiring pure devotional service. So why we are not perceiving the suffering, majority, at least majority?
Exactly, because we are so ignorant. We are still like animal. Animals, even they are in slaughterhouse, you will give them the food, they will eat. They are so ignorant, they don't know they are suffering. They are in slaughterhouse, they don't know that. After a half an hour, they are going to chop their head, they don't know. So like that, we are so ignorant. Our intelligence are so dull. So that's why we have to take the process of hearing and chanting our devotees. Then slowly, our intelligence will grow. Then we can understand, oh, what a dangerous position we are here. Then we'll try to get out of here. This is the thing.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. For any other devotee want to ask Maharaj question, please? I'm not seeing any hands up. I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
I think they are satisfied with your lecture, Maharaj. Self-explanatory.
Okay.
Yes, Maharaj. So in the absence of no question, we request all devotees, please. Can you unmute yourself and let? You have a question?
There's a question in the comment chat room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Maharaj, are you saying it or I should read it, Maharaj?
Yes, you can. I have not seen. You can read it.
Do we have forgetfulness in spiritual world? Somebody is asking.
In a spiritual world, of course, everything is there. But that forgetfulness, if you achieve to spiritual world, go to spiritual world, and if you get forgetfulness, that is also helpful in service of Krishna. Okay? This forgetfulness is not like here we are getting.
Okay, Maharaj.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Maharaj, for your explanation, Maharaj. So please let us thank Maharaj by chanting one Hare Krishna mantra. For Maharaj coming again, this is the second time we want to see you again and again. We are very grateful for seeing you, for giving us your association. Let us submit ourselves and chant Hare Krishna mantra.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Kirtana Ganana Kanapa Premamrita Vanidhi Veera Dhira Jana Kriram Krishna Kirtana Gana Nartana Prabhu Premamritam Vanidhi Veera Veera Jana Priya Priya Kar Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.